Hello, we are here at Rose City Comic Con 2019 in Portland, Oregon. I'm Kara, I work with Dark Horse, and with me is Rafer Roberts. Thank you for joining us, Rafer.
Thanks for having me.
So we're just going to have a fun little conversation so we can get to know Rafer a little bit. He's probably best known at Dark Horse right now for working on a comic called Modern Fantasy, which we have here. Rafer, how did you and Kristen Goodsnuck decide to start working on what inspired Modern Fantasy?
The original inspiration is I really wanted to work with Kristen on something. We had met at New York Comic Con a few years prior to working on that, and we had been talking back and forth, and she had mentioned she wanted to do something with magic, which got my gears turning and thinking something more of the fantasy realm. And while I was daydreaming all this, I was at my day job looking around at all my wonderful co-workers and imagining them as orcs and goblins, and it just really sprung out from there, and the whole world just blew out from there.
Modern Fantasy is, no exaggeration, one of my favorite comics that we've done recently. It's really fun. It is kind of Office Space meets Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it was. My short pitch is always imagine the world outside your window if every D&D module and Lord of the Rings novel was actually our history, and what that would mean for the modern world, with orcs going on Tinder dates with the goblins and eating at overpriced fancy like Phoenix bistros and such like that.
Well, you and Kristen definitely have senses of humor that I think mesh well in that book. She works in a lot of little details all throughout.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier for me as a writer too, because I don't have to write all that stuff in the background. Like I'll do like one or two, and then she'll write the next 50 in the background. So it's really, honestly, it's a time saver. Yeah. If you ever get an opportunity to work with an artist who also writes their own stuff, sometimes do it, because it is so much nicer.
Basically work with Kristen, specifically. All right. Well, so we also are going to ask you if you could write a story for any extant comics character, who would you pick?
I was thinking about this earlier, and I don't know if it counts as a comics character, but Marvel did do a movie adaptation of Buckaroo Banzai, and I don't know who owns the rights, but if they're watching this, please let me write some Buckaroo Banzai. I'd also like Mole Man. I like the secondary weird characters. Like I could do a pretty fun 12-issue Tom King style Mole Man expose, or and I was talking about because your Dark Horse is bringing the Mask back. I love the Mask so much. It's just the cartoonish violence, but also it's just so good.
Yeah, The Mask is indeed coming back. Volume 2 Omnibus just came out this week, and we have a new series beginning very soon with Patrick Reynolds on the art this time, and Christopher Cantwell, the showrunner of *Halt and Catch Fire*, is the writer on that. But yeah, we hope that it's the beginning of much more Mask to come, so now we know Rafer's interested. Finally, and completely off topic, we would like to know if you could speak to your pet, what questions would you ask your pet?
Well, our pet is a very chunky 4-year-old black cat named Ichabod. Mostly we'd ask him, like, why must he scream all the time, especially at like 5 o'clock in the morning? He just screams and screams for no reason.
Is it for food?
He has food in his bowl. He doesn't eat it all overnight. There's still some left over. So we'll take it and we'll shake it up and pretend like we give him more food. Does not work. But I would ask him why he screams all the time, and ask him, like, why is he such the best boy? He's also the best boy. Like scritching his belly.
We're going to need to see photos later also.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's the best.
All right. Well, those are our official questions, but I may also, if Nicolas Cage met the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what do you think they would fight each other, or do you think they would get along and form a super team?
I think it would be like a Casey Jones kind of situation, where maybe Raphael and Nick Cage got together and like annoyed the other three. I know Donatello doesn't want that kind of energy in the den, but
yeah, Leonardo might put the kibosh on some of that, but
yeah, it's like
Raphael it's like a sitcom.
Raphael just keeps bringing these weirdo, violent maniacs back and hang out. Like, can we have like some peaceful people to hang out with? Or That would be
This
Leonardo.
this
yeah.
might be, if we could get that licensed comic series going, that would be something. All right. Well, thank you so much, Rafer, for taking the time to talk with us. And I'm not going to keep you from doing your thing at your table here, but tell us what is your booth number here so people can come find you.
My booth here is CC04.
CC04 in Artist Alley, Rose City Comic Con. Come and find Rafer. He'll be here all weekend.
All weekend.
And Dark Horse is front and center when you come in the exhibit hall. So we are at 701, right next to the University of Oregon's booth. I don't know, they're here too. So, yep. Rose City Comic Con, thank you all. We'll see you soon, I hope.